Hey guys, Sean Lentz here from Appalachian DIY, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a tooth bar for your compact tractor. The first thing that you're going to need to do to make your own tooth bar is buy your shanks first. You need to know the thickness of the bar that you need to weld onto these to get them onto the bucket. Try to get the thickest ones you can possible. Mine are 3/4 inch thick. That's the thickness of material that will fit into the groove here. The best way I found to measure how thick of bar stock you're going to need is to just put this on here, make sure the bottom is flush, and then take drill bits and just slide them right underneath the shank itself. What that's going to do, you have an infinite amount of range in drill bits, and you can see exactly how much you need by just simply rolling it under there. It's a lot more accurate than taking a tape measure and trying to guess exactly where it's at. By using a drill bit, you can just roll them under there and find out exactly how thick you need it. For my bucket, it is 48 5/8 wide. I want to put my side plates on the outside, so what we did is we cut it down to 48 inches. So this is what my flat bar looks like. It's 5/16 inches thick, 48 inches long, and we're just going to place that right down here like so. So now we can take our shanks and we got to figure out our spacing. I wanted my shanks as close to the edge as I could, because we're going to be doing a lot of side cutting, digging into banks and stuff. So if I would have my shanks pretty far in, I don't have that tooth out here to cut with. So I wanted it as close as I could without hindering my side plate and getting everything welded up. So what I did is I came in, I believe it was a half inch or 3/4 from the side. And then we can just put our shank right there. So with it being that close, I'm going to need to weld my shank on first and then weld my side plate on last. But like it is there, we have 6 teeth that we're going to be putting on here. We have them spaced out to 8 3/4 inches in increments. So that is a nice row of teeth across the bar like that. All we're going to do is we are going to trace around here with a pencil and grind that area away. That way we can get that mill scale off and have a really good area to weld to. And we're also going to grind off on our shanks also all of the paint and stuff that's on here. Now I'm welding with a Hobart 140, and that is not nearly enough to do this in one pass. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 passes of root and 2 overlays on top of that. That should do the trick with that. So we got all of the teeth onto the bar on the bucket. Some of them we had to tap on. They were pretty snug. I think it was somewhat to do with the manufacturer welding these cutting edges on. Some had some high weld humps on them, so we kind of ground those down to make it fit a little better. Some of the teeth went on really well. Some you had to tap on with a hammer. If we would have got a smaller size flat bar, like a 1/4 inch instead of 5/16, it probably would have went on better, but then it might have been a little looser. So it's kind of like a thing that you're going to have to really debate on what you want to do. We're probably going to have to end up tapping this bar on and off with a hammer every single time. But it is a nice, really good snug fit. If we would have went with a 1/4 inch, yes, it may be easier to get on, but then you have a little bit of play in the bar. So that's something you guys got to decide on. We have all of the paint ground off of this. We have the mill scale off of our flat stock. So now all we need to do is weld it up. Right here is our first pass. Now we'll go ahead and make our second pass. There's our second pass. We overlapped our first root pass by half, and we did the top section. Now we'll just go ahead and do our final pass on the bottom. There's our third and final pass. We tied in the top weld, half of that, with the bottom of the plate. Now that we have all of our teeth welded on, we just need to finish up the side ones here that we couldn't reach from the edge. And again, we're just going to do the same thing, our 3 passes, to get this welded on. Now that we have all of our teeth welded in, what we can do is we can go ahead and put on our wings. Now our wings are going to sit outside of our bar. We have it cut so that they sit on the outsides, not on top. The thing is with that, doing it that way, there is a little bit of a weld from the side plate of the bucket. So it's going to sit just about a 1/16 of an inch higher than flush than bottom, which is fine. We're going to do 3 passes on this as well. I didn't want to have to deal with cutting the bar to the exact outside length of this and then welding it on top and having to deal with that. With putting them on the outside, we can literally just raise them up a little bit. The weld passes between that little narrow gap on the inside and it works out perfectly. Now that everything is welded down, we have all of our teeth, our wings welded in, we can go ahead and attach our bar to our bucket. We're going to drill right through our wing into our bucket with a 1/2 inch bit, and that's going to hold everything together. Now we can go ahead and bolt this up. I have a grade 8 bolt with a washer we can put on the inside. And then for the outside, another washer, and I also have a nylon nut. Now that we have everything bolted down, we can go ahead and move on to putting on our teeth. There's 2 different style teeth that you need to be aware of, and it's how they attach to the shank. The ones I have here attach through the top and bottom. Other styles will attach through the sides. So if you have a top style like this, all you have to do is put your tooth on, and you can either take a punch easily through the top or bottom. If you have it through the side though, you're going to need a special tool or trying to work with a punch and trying to work around your other teeth, which is a huge pain. So that's why we went with the top down style like this. I like them a lot better for maintenance and changing them out. So all we need to do is our flat bottom of our tooth is going to be level with the ground. This curved side is going to be facing up. So all we do is slide it on the shank, hold our pin there, and then tap it down. And it's as easy as that to put this in. To hit them out, all you got to do is put your punch on there, tap it down through the top. Super simple. That's why I like this style. So we'll go ahead and thread the rest of the teeth on. So it's been about a week now since we had our tooth bar on, and we've been using it to clean up a place that we excavated, just getting the corners cleaned up and some of the hard packed soil from the edges nice and tidied up. And it's been a huge game changer. From using the straight edge to going to the teeth, we've been able to dig a lot faster. We've been able to break up that soil so much easier. So this was a real big game changer. It's really cheap compared to going out and buying your own. I would encourage people with welders to be able to do your own. It's a huge cost savings. You're probably going to save yourself over half the price of buying a normal tooth bar. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and head over to Appalachian DIY for more videos. Thanks again, guys, and I hope to see you next time.